Alright, hey, hi everybody, this is Pika here, and this is going to be me talking about another topic that just recently came to my attention, just a few minutes ago actually, about how this generation is somehow being led in the wrong direction by crap parents. Now, what I'm talking about is that basically, it seems to me that a lot of parents nowadays are shielding their kids from absolutely the wrong things. And unfortunately, the music, the gaming, the TV, like everything of the entertainment industry is following the parents instead of doing what's right. Now, basically what I'm trying to say is that basically parents think they're doing the right thing. And I don't blame them because they just want the best thing for their kid, but you can't shield them from everything that's going to happen in the world. I mean, hell, my parents didn't, and it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, my parents have tried to, limit my cussing before, and I started cussing when I was 7 years old, I think, around that age. Anyway, it was around the time I got my GameCube, and I just, they have actually tried to censor their own cussing around us, but yet they kind of just deemed it unnecessary now that me and my brother are cussing. Anyway, but they're gonna, but it's like, these kids are gonna find out what's gonna happen one way or another, and unless we teach them what is right and wrong, and because the parents are saying that, oh, these many video games that our kids are playing are so violent, we can't let them play this, and it's like, well, how do you think they got the games in the first place? You're the ones who are buying them, and yet you're complaining against the fucking game companies for doing this? It's like, no, it's not their job to monitor your kid's activity on there. It's like, I mean, technically, if your kid starts cussing, getting violent, and all that other jazz, that's your fault. I mean, heck, my parents bought me and my brother GTA 4. Well, actually, my brother brought GTA 4 home when he was, I think, 10, making me 13 at the time. And we liked that game, to be honest, and unfortunately, even though that upped our cussing rail, it didn't really, because that game is famous for apparently the sexual content, the drug content, and the murder and the gore content. We're not automatically, me and my brother are not automatically going, okay, let's go kill some people. No. Seriously, we know what is right and what is wrong. I mean, I've known that since I started watching Law and Order. And I think I was around 8 years old. My brother's known that even longer. Because of our mother always watching news every day. We know what is right and wrong. And it's like, we know that, we're not gonna, hell, I'm not gonna have sex at 17 years old and get pregnant and then lose my chance out on a college scholarship. No. And my brother's not gonna do it because he has, and trust me, my mom would kick his ass if he ever disrespected a woman. And we're both not going to go out and get drugs and we're certainly not going to drink because unfortunately me and my brother have seen firsthand what drinking does to families. But I'm not going to get into that because it's too personal at the time. So it's like we're not going to do all those things. And now I'm not saying that parents should monitor their kids' activity on the internet. But at least have an idea. Now, my parents, I'm not saying everyone else's, they have an idea of what me and my brother do on the internet. I mean, they mostly know that what I do, I just go on YouTube and Twitter and DeviantArt and fanfiction.net. Those are the top websites I go to. And Tumblr. Those are the top websites I go to, and yet what do I do on there? I mean, hell, I watch videos, I look at other people's Twitters, I stalk it, and I read shit. I browse through art. That's the best I do, and listen to music. My brother does the same thing, except his are Facebook and YouTube and Xbox Live. He actually does have friends that cuss and shit and use racial slurs. I mean, and trust me, me and my brother do not use racist terms. Well, my brother does from time to time, but I never do. And we definitely do not use, like, the bad sexual slurs, because hell, there's one word that I'm absolutely uncomfortable with even hearing. And every time I hear my brother say that word, I tell him, don't use that word unless you're talking about it. If it's a fucking cigarette, don't say that word. Because I don't like that word. I mean, and it absolutely blows my mind how these, like, 9 and 8-year-olds are cussing. It's like don't turn out like me where you cuss in every part of your sentences. At least use some words that you can use instead. I mean I've been trying to do that for years, and unfortunately it's barely worked. But parents should have an idea of what their kids are doing on the internet. Like they should, it's like, don't. We all know about cyberbullying, right? Me and my brother don't do that. And again, it's unfortunate that, some kids are doing it, especially around our age. Well, my brother's age should be more like. And it's stupid. Like, why are we being mean to people? And the parents just go, well, why aren't these kids, why my kids would never do that. I'm like, well, guess what? They're doing this because, and the reason why they're not telling you is because they don't want to get caught. It's as simple as that. And, we have cyberbullying, we have 10-year-olds watching porn. That is a bad thing. And it's actually kind of stupid when parents go to popular YouTubers, saying, well, could you tone down the cussing? Could you tone down the what else do they like? Can you change to a different type of game that I allow for my kid to watch? I'm like, no, it's your job to keep your kids away from that sort of stuff. I mean, let's just say, for example, that these 10-year-olds are watching my Pokemon playthroughs. I'm not saying particularly in my visual novels, because those are 16 plus, somewhat. but Pokemon is an E-rated game. Now the gameplay itself is not inappropriate, but yeah, if I got a message from my mom, from a kid's mother, saying, hey, could you tone down the cussing? I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I've been doing these videos for as long as I have been for as long as half a year, and I'm saying about this now. And basically, I may be 17 years old, but it's like, it's your kid's job. It's partially your kid's job to know whether or not that, to actually make a decision like, oh, should I start saying these words, And it's partially your job to tell them, well, these words are a bad thing, and don't say them. It's like, so no, I'm not going to tone down my cussing just because you asked me to. Like, just be lucky that I'm not using genitalia jokes or fucking sexual slurs. Be freaking lucky. And it's like, and someone actually commented on my visual novels saying, like, well, look, could you change the different type of games to that, because this has sexual content. It's like, I know it has sexual content, but I'm not stupid. I know that I need to censor it. That's why I do. It's not going to stop me from reading it out, though, because it's like, they're just words. And it's partially, and the kid has the right to watch whatever the kid desires, so long as it's not inappropriate. But unfortunately, no one's gonna listen. I don't know. This is turning more into a rant than a talk, isn't it? But what I'm just saying here is that at least have an idea of what your kid is doing on the internet. It's like, if I had kids, I would definitely tell them that, I would definitely be really age-rated with my cussing. Like, I would probably not cuss around them at all, unless I was really effing pissed. But, you know, I mean, I would steer, I mean, it really, like, age-rated stuff, it really depends on the maturity of the kid, you know, and, you know, my parents have been getting M-rated games for us ever since, you know, because they feel that we're mature enough, you know, to play them, you know, and not act out some of the crap that's in them. But, if you actually feel that, you know, this is, but if you actually feel that, you know, this is, I mean, these are topics I am thinking about discussing during these videos, not that aren't suited for my gameplay stuff. But still, you know, if you felt like that, you know, this resonated, well, not resonated, more like, you know, that this is something that, you know, you've seen happening a lot, then just leave a comment down below. Leave your takes on it, to be honest. And, yeah, so, man, this turned out to be 11 minutes. God, I need to shorten these more. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm hoping to do one of these videos shortly. So, see ya!